Welcome once again to your own channel, Geography for Success. And I'm here to explain, to discuss the mechanism of monsoons today, right? Which is an important part of the climate of India. Along with this, we are going to discuss about the different seasons we have in India. So let's start with it now. And again, I want to remind you all, if you find this video useful anyhow for your studies and you feel that your friends also can get benefit of it, don't forget to subscribe this channel and share the link of the video with your friends. So let's start with the topic, mechanism of monsoons. Clear? If you remember, children, in the earlier video we had discussed about the various factors which influence the climate of India, right? And before all these things, I want to ask you one thing. What is the climate of India? What is the type of climate we have in India? What you're going to answer in this? Yes, it is tropical monsoon type of climate we experience in India. Now, tropical monsoon, this already we have discussed earlier in the earlier video. If you have got any doubt related to this, you can just go through the earlier video. We had discussed all this in detail in that. Now, here I am going to start with a topic which is very, very important part of it, that is mechanism of monsoons. Now, first of all, monsoons. What is the meaning of monsoons? Monsoons is actually a word which was introduced first in reference to, you can say, the mausim, right? It has come from the word mausim, right? And it was, in the beginning, it was used in general in just to relate that with the mausim, okay, the seasons. Now, these days, we know that the monsoons are, the word is actually used in reference to a type of wind. So, what is in actual monsoon? What does this mean? What is it? Monsoons are actually a type of wind which are, you can say, periodic winds, right? Before we continue with the topic any further, I want to make this clear. What is a periodic wind? So let me make that clear to you first. Periodic wind is a type of wind which blows in one direction to a particular, you can say, for a particular duration of time, it blows in one direction, and again in the other period of time it blows in the opposite direction. So what is it now? These monsoon winds are actually quite similar to the sea breeze and land breeze. If you know anything about the sea breeze and land breeze, you will understand what can be the monsoons. The basic difference between the two is the sea and land breeze are the daily phenomena, right? Sea and land breeze are a daily phenomena. They blow daily, right? During daytime, the sea breeze blows from sea to land. During night time, the land breeze blows from land towards sea. Clear? Same thing if you just relate this with seasons, right? Not the daily phenomena. Now it is a seasonal phenomena. Monsoons are a periodic wind which blow during seasons. Quite similar to the sea breeze and land breeze. Again, I'm telling you. How does it work? As the land breeze blows during the, during the night time, the land breeze blows, right? Same way, during the, you can say, the winter season, we have the, just similar to that, a land breeze, right? The winds blow from the land towards the ocean. Same way, if you compare with the winds which blow during the daytime, that is called sea breeze. Same way, we are having a type of monsoon which blows during the summer season from the sea towards land. So just a little bit, I wanted to relate this with the sea and land breeze. Now, let's come back to the monsoons. What are basically the monsoons? Monsoons actually arise due to the, you can say, variation in temperature, right? Variation in temperature conditions over the sea and the land area. That makes the origin of these winds. So, if we just take only this as the main factor behind the origin of monsoons, I want to just think of it in this way. During the summer season, because we are in India, it's quite easy to understand what is the condition we have in India, right? So during summer season, what happens? During summers in the interior parts of India, you'll find the temperature conditions are very high. Okay, it becomes too hot. So because of very high temperature, what happens with the atmospheric pressure? In the interior parts, the pressure becomes low. Okay. In the interior parts of India, you will find the pressure gets very low. But as compared to that, if you see the sea or the ocean bodies, right? There comparatively the temperature is lower. If the temperature is low, naturally what type of pressure condition we can find there? Pressure is going to be higher. Okay, it's very simple. It's just opposite. Now, when the pressure is higher over the oceans, right, nearby ocean bodies, what does it indicate? Always the winds blow from high pressure to low pressure area, right? So this is the basic thing which you should understand. This is the thing which makes the monsoons to develop here, right? And the winds start blowing from the neighboring sea or the ocean bodies towards the land area. And this is called as the summer monsoon. It is also called as the southwest monsoon. Why? Let me show you here. The monsoons take this direction. Okay? These monsoons blow in this direction. Right? When the monsoons blow in this direction, that actually is the direction by which it is known here, right? That's why these monsoons are called as southwest monsoons. So this makes the monsoon winds to arise. Now this variation in temperature conditions is the basic factor behind the origin of monsoons. So during summers, because of extremely low pressure in the interior parts of India, and in over the ocean body, over the oceans and the sea, comparatively high pressure exists. So that makes the origin of winds, or you can say the winds start blowing from high pressure to the low pressure area, right? And because it is the result of summer conditions, it happens as a result of the summer season, right? Okay. So it is also called by the name summer monsoons, right? It is also called as summer monsoons, and it is also called by another name that is actually the direction of it, which is the southwest monsoons, right? You can see the direction. In this direction, the winds blow. During the summer season, or you can say just because of extreme summer conditions, this type of winds blow. And what is the direction? You can see it is southwest, right? This is south and this side it is west. So from where it is blowing? From southwest corner. If it is blowing from southwest corner, so it is called by that name only. And so these monsoons are called as southwest monsoon winds. Let me tell you one more thing here, children. The winds are always called by the name from where they blow. From the direction from where they blow, that is the name of the wind. So here, this is the reason why these monsoons are also called as southwest monsoons. I hope this is clear to you. Yes? Now, come to the next part of it. These winds, when they blow, right? When these winds are blowing from the oceans or the sea towards this side, right? They strike the peninsular part of India, right? They strike the peninsular part of India, okay? And as a result of this shape of the peninsula, right? As a result of the shape of the peninsular India, these winds get bifurcated into two parts. These winds, the same southwest monsoons, get bifurcated into two parts. Now what is it? Because of the shape of the peninsular India, these winds, when they come in this direction, right, they get bifurcated into two parts, and in this way one part of it goes from the Bay of Bengal side, the other part of it goes from the Arabian Sea side. Okay, now the same wind, southwest monsoon, or you can say the summer monsoons, get divided into two parts, right? The part of it, or you can say the branch of the southwest monsoon, which comes from Bay of Bengal side like this, it is called as the Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoons. It is called as Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoon. Same way, the other branch of the same monsoon winds, which go from the Arabian Sea side, this side, right? And it enters the peninsular India. Okay. Now this branch is called by the same name, that is the Arabian Sea branch of southwest monsoon. Now these winds, when they get bifurcated into two parts, and these are called by the different names, that is Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoon, and the other one is Arabian Sea branch of southwest monsoon. Now this is very interesting thing, children. You should actually keep this in mind. What is the impact of these two different branches on Indian subcontinent? Right? Let's see. Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoon, when it goes in this manner, right? Straight towards this side. One part of it enters the northeastern hills. Okay. Here the northeastern hills are present. Now, as a part of it enters the northeastern hills, these northeastern hills are small hills. A number of small hills are lying. These are present in the northeastern states, right? Now these hills form almost a shape like funnel-like shape they are forming. As these winds enter the northeastern hills, they actually get trapped within that funnel-like shape of these hills, right? And because they are heavily laden with moisture, okay? So this is the reason they go on causing rainfall again and again and again within these hills. Heavy rainfall is caused. Now this is why if you remember a place that is Mawsynram, Cherrapunji, these are the places which are lying in which state? Come on. It is, yes, Meghalaya, right? Now in Meghalaya, these places are lying on the windward side of the hills, right? Because these winds go on causing rainfall again and again within that part. So heavy rainfall is caused over these places. And thus these places are known all over the world for the heaviest rainfall. This is how these places are getting heaviest rainfall in the world, right? This is just one part of it. Okay. Now let's talk about the other part. Okay. Of the same, that is the, you can say the Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoon. This is just one part of it which goes towards the northeastern hills. Now what about the other part of it? Other part actually moves towards the west, right? Why it moves towards the west? Let me tell you. along the foothill of the Himalayas, these are suppose in the north of the India, right? In the northern part of India, you'll find the Himalayan mountains are there. You can easily relate this here, right? Over this map, you can easily see here. Okay. Now, when these winds enter here, okay, one part of it, it gets actually trapped within the funnel-like shape of these hills, and it go on causing the rainfall in this part. Okay. The other part of it moves towards the western side. Over the plains, northern plains of India, it starts moving towards the north. Sorry, towards the west. These winds, as they enter here, one part of it goes towards the northeastern hills. It gets trapped within that and it go on causing rainfall. The other part of it moves towards the west. As it moves towards the west, it actually causes rainfall all over the northern plains. Now, as these winds move towards this side, because they are heavily laden with moisture, they go on causing rainfall throughout the northern plains of India. Okay, let me give you one example. This is one place, right? It gets heaviest rainfall, right? By this part of the Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon. One place lies here, right? The other place is lying here, other place lies here. Okay, let's take this as an example. Clear? Let's take one example. Suppose this is Kolkata, right? Suppose this is a place, Kolkata. Clear? Over Kolkata, the rainfall received is almost 200 centimeters. Okay, just one example I'm giving you. But as we proceed further towards the west, you'll find in Agra, or let's take the example of Lucknow. Okay, in Lucknow you'll find the rainfall gets less now. Okay, now what is the amount of rainfall we receive there? That becomes, suppose it is 175 centimeters. It was 200 centimeters over Kolkata, right? Now over Lucknow it is 175 centimeters. As we move further towards west, suppose it is Agra, right? Agra we receive, suppose, 150 centimeters of rainfall. Okay. Again at Delhi, it is almost 100 centimeters rainfall. Clear? Now you can see the difference. 200, 175, 150, 100. Now, what can be the reason for this? What is the main reason why the amount of rainfall varies from this place to this side as we go towards west? The reason is the monsoon winds, a part of monsoon winds, when they reach here, okay, when they enter in India, the part of it which moves towards the western side, it go on dropping the moisture in the way, right? This is the reason when it is totally full of moisture, it causes heavy rainfall over Kolkata. As it moves further, it keeps on dropping down the moisture. As it reaches at Lucknow, it causes a little less rainfall because it is having comparatively less moisture now. Okay, it's very clear. As it moves, suppose it is moving further towards the west, it finds Agra. Agra again a little less rainfall than Lucknow. Okay, further again towards the west side, Delhi comes. Over Delhi again it is causing rainfall, but it is less than Agra, Lucknow and Kolkata. What can be the reason for this? Simple. It's very simple. Because it has got now comparatively very less moisture with it. So naturally it is going to cause less rainfall. I hope this much is very clear to you children. Yes? So this is how the Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoon causes rainfall. Right? One more thing is left here children. That is the extreme western side of the northern plains of India, which is actually covered by the Rajasthan region, or you can say the Thar deserts. Okay. Now, as these winds reach here towards the Aravalli ranges, you can see here, the Aravalli ranges are lying here. You can just compare this width. Okay, as these winds reach the extreme western side of the northern plains of India, they cause little rainfall, very little rainfall over the, you can see here, the eastern side of the Aravalis, right? Okay, the eastern side of Aravalis. But still, the western side of the Aravalis are lying on the leeward side, so that area doesn't get any rain by this wind. Okay, again I am repeating. In the Thar desert, right, or in Rajasthan, you can say Rajasthan area, this is Rajasthan area. Okay, in Rajasthan area, as these winds reach here, after dropping down all the moisture, now the wind is left with very little moisture. Okay, so it causes little rainfall, right? Very little rainfall in the eastern side of the Aravalli range. This is Aravalli range, you can see here. Okay, on the eastern side of Aravalli range, which is lying on the windward side of this wind, it gets rainfall, little rainfall by this wind, right? Now, what about the leeward side of it, or the western side of the Aravalli range? The area which lies on the west of the Aravalli ranges doesn't get any rains by these winds. What is the reason? The reason is actually these winds are totally, they have lost all the moisture now, right? And this is the reason the western Rajasthan is, you can say, more drier, right? It has got more drier condition as compared to the eastern Rajasthan. Have you understood now? Because the only reason you can give here, the eastern Rajasthan gets a little rainfall by the Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoon. Little rainfall. But still, the western side of it, western Rajasthan, you can say, doesn't get even that rainfall. Because one thing is that it lies on the leeward side. Moreover, the wind, when it reaches here, it is almost dry. Right? Because it has dropped all the moisture in the way. Okay? This is the reason, children, this area has developed into a desert. Clear? This is just one reason why it has developed into a desert. The other half of it, I am telling you in the next part of it. Right?